Hi everyone, another Odoo Insider Show today. A lot of questions I hope that you are going to ask me, and we'll see how we can answer them. I have a few in my bag as usual if needed, so don't hesitate to ask on YouTube and on LinkedIn. I know you asked me, Arthur, a question about Twitch. Also, should we tackle it now? Like, okay, good. You know that we've been airing a bit on Twitch as well. It's been more than 1 year, but we see constantly more people on YouTube and on LinkedIn, which are maybe more professional platforms, while Twitch is gaming related, so it could be explaining why. But we are hesitating to drop Twitch simply because like we already have 2 other platforms and there's not that many people on Twitch. So if you like Twitch, tell us why you would like to keep the platform. But on our side, it's true, it's a bit of a overhead to keep a third one, while most of the people are here on LinkedIn and YouTube. So tell us and we'll adapt, we'll see. It won't change something like crazy to the content, but it's just like we are curious and just tell us what about Twitch. Okay, maybe a quick look at the next session that we are going to have together. Only regular Q&A session for this month, but at the end we are finally going to welcome Winand to discuss about the invoicing in Europe. So it's a big topic. You know, by 2026 we need to all be, if you have a company, I don't know if I can say regularized, but we are going to use a PayPal. So he's going to help us understand how it works, answer your questions, same way as we do usually with Emanuele for the tech sessions, but that will be with Winand, and we are going to ask accounting questions. So it won't be only related to electronic invoicing. Like if you have accounting questions, I think it's the person to go to. So don't hesitate to batch all the questions that you have during this month and send it to him at the end of the month. It will be on the last day together with him. So you know him is there every time on the keynote during the Odoo experience. So yeah, that's it. I have questions. I see that we don't have any yet, so I can start with that. Maybe a quick reminder before we start. You know that we have the Odoo experience that is coming soon. I think I'm going to start all of my talks, all the Odoo Insider, with that specific piece of information. We have that business event that is going to be there on the 18th, from the 18th to the 20th of September. You know what it is, lots of conferences, lots of talks, lots of moments where we can enjoy a drink, having a look at the concert, discuss with other people from the community. So that's the place to be during those 3 days. We are organizing this at the moment. Every day I have discussions about what we are going to organize, the talks that we have, a few things like this. So it's already for us something that has a huge impact at the moment. And you know that we are still brewing a few new features for the version 19. So I cannot say anything more than just subscribe and go there. It will be amazing as usual. So while we wait for yes, maybe another thing. Also, we have the replay link here. So if you are interested about the previous sessions, you know also the link. Maybe I can show it. It's here, just this one. I know it by heart, but that's maybe the easiest you can do to access this one with all the previous sessions, the tech ones, and especially the ones that are a bit longer, like access right or import. Those are useful ones that you can go back to. Okay, so I can maybe dive on our first question here that was asked not so long ago through the partner network that we have. Somebody asked me if it was possible to eventually prevent a portal user to change his email on the portal. And that is something I was like, I don't see a need. I don't know exactly why that would be useful. But we can dive a bit into this and explain how you could change that, even on the SaaS, because I think it's a kind of thing that can be a bit scary at first, but there are a few solutions to help you tackling that kind of need. Okay, so let's go here. I would like first to have a look at if I have a portal user. I always have my Henry guy here. Let me open another, just a quick window with that guy. Where is he now? I need to go right there. I'm going to use the same URL, but of course he's a portal user, so he will have to go through the portal. All right, cool. And if you go on edit information, the thing that they want to do is change that. So I couldn't be able to change the email address once I created my account. So that's the need that is behind the question that is being asked. Of course, if I change that here, I'll be able to, oops, let's go there. I'll be able to save my address, and I potentially can change my login without realizing. Although, maybe a question for you, just take 2-3 minutes behind the screen to realize that. Is it really the login or is it just an email? That's a good question, but let's change it and discover what's going to happen. So I'm going back here just one step so that I can just change and say it's not a 3, it's 4 now. I'm going to click on save, and of course I need to add a few more information, blah blah blah. Okay, I don't remember where it is. That was really, let's see, Belgium. Okay. Alright, so it accepts that and it changed the address. But however, the thing that is weird is that I changed my address, but I didn't have to change, like I didn't log out. Like when you are a user and you change your address, usually Odoo would log you out, and you would have to go through again the exercise of logging in because you just changed the address. So let's have a look at what happened when I did that. When I do this, if I go back on my user right there and I refresh the screen, you will see that it is still the same login. So very important, the field that we have here, that's maybe something that is a bit hidden, but it says email, but like this one says phone, but it's just a label. Otherwise, the name, the technical name of the field, I think this one is login. Let me check that. I'm going to show it to you. Yes, you see it's the login here that we have. That's the name of the field. So what matters for us, and you cannot have a look at it like this. When you are in debug, you know that when you go on the small icon here, you see the field name here being company underscore IDs. But when I go there, as there's no label, impossible for me to know the name of the field. But if I go in developer mode, that is working. But now if I go on my related partner over there, I would see this. I would see that we changed the email field, so we changed the value here, but that value, which is the email on the partner of the user, is different than the user's login. So important when you create the account at first, it's the same value, but it can change. If you want to prevent this from happening, because you're like, okay, I don't want people to have one email for the login and another one for the partner, because then I will maybe contact one person at the wrong email address, or maybe I want users to I want to prevent them from making a mistake. There are two ways we can change that. One that is in the interface, one that is using automated actions, and I think that both are viable solutions, but comments, don't hesitate to tell me if that would be sufficient for you. I'm going to start with the automation rule and quickly prevent a user from changing its own email address if he's a portal user. So prevent user from changing email address if portal user. Okay, so it's going to happen on a REST user. And what is the control that you can have here? Usually a person that does that, you are first thing that is different than a regular update of a user. Here you are writing on your own user. So that's already a first control that you can have. And you know that it should be portal user related. So let's try to find these elements to know if it is sufficient to prevent writing on a user. So the trigger for me would be on save. Yeah, here we are on create or on create and edit. In a version that is a good one. You see here on create or on create and edit. On version 18, it is on save. Very quickly, this we changed that. I know that in version 16, maybe it was like this on create and then on create and edit, and then we changed it on just on save. But people complain saying, okay, but we want to differentiate the creation and the update. So that's why here you now have both. I will select on create and edit because potentially it's really more like on the edit that it's going to happen, that I want to prevent this from happening. But just quick note on the different triggers that we have here. So saying before update domain here, what it is, we say it needs to be a portal user, yeah, but as a regular user, I need to be able to change the portal user email address of someone else. So it's not that I want to prevent the access on a portal user, I want to prevent it conditionally. I want to say if it's a user and then that I myself personally, the person that is changing it is the same user and is portal, we need to remove to make it impossible to write. And so that kind of condition here, it's not something that you can have access to because I don't think that you can use. Oh, we can try. I'm saying we cannot, but I'm not sure about that. So we can. Here on the right hand side, I'm not sure that you can use something like this, user ID or UID, but we can try. Let's try here saying that the type of user do we have that address type? No, we need to go on the type of user, but I'm not sure of the name it is. So if I don't know that, one quick way to check would be, and you will see what I mean, would be to go here very quickly having a look at the users over there. Okay, here we have that role thing. Yeah, no, it's different. It's member administrator, but you have something behind. It's funny because this one I answered it in version 18, and then I realized now it's different. Okay, but that's good. You have different roles, and here, how do we know that if we are internal user or not? We can have a look at that. Going here, and we go into the fields. I think there was some notion of user type before. So what we can do is have a look at runbot. What I'm looking at is from version 18. I remember the screen here changed, and on version 18, ooh, that's strange colors. All right, from version 18, I'm curious about what we have in terms of notions. Here, yeah, it was user types. So that was user types. That's the label. It was a selection, but it doesn't tell much about the name of the field. We see the widget, the model, the type, the label, but not the technical name. Let's have a look at that because I'm curious. That must be something very specific. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter too much. I'm going to find another way to have the information that is here, because usually when someone is internal user or portal, he will be part of the group. So if I go on internal, that is what you have. That is version 18. Pretty sure that it is the same in version 18.3, which is the one on which I was making the change. So I can redot check the presence of the person in that kind of group. So here, version going back to my 18.3, you can see it in the URL. If I go there and I say groups, oops, groups here, do we still have internal? We don't have internal, or I didn't type it correctly. Internal group, that's different. That is fun. Privileges must be different then, because I need to know then what is a portal user and what is a normal user. If I say portal, yeah, here we have a role portal. Okay, so we have an array that is inside, but then it's not a group, it is something different. No, it's a group, perfect. So I can use that, and I can check if someone is part of that group or not. Here we have base group portal. That XML ID didn't change, so I can base my let's say my control on this notion. But I won't be able to do it here from a filter because that kind of thing here. Or we can say group. We have groups, yes, and you can say is in. Do we have portal? Okay, so if the group is in portal, like here, and that the user, yeah, the creation or the person trying to write on it, the person that is currently using Odoo would be the same as the person that is being edited. So here we can make a check on the ID. Okay, there I'm going to have a lot of different values, and there I would like to check if it's possible to do something like this, user.id, just to see if maybe UID works as well. Yeah, but not like this. Let's see. I will go back to user.id. I'm not sure about the syntax here. I want to check this, saying, okay, if I am part of the role portal and that my user is the same person, the ID of my user is the same as the ID of the record, it means, yeah, that's what is going to bother me. The domain is saying it's invalid, and that is why I would like to go with an execute action. It's going to say that is a use case where I don't want you to be able to change your email address because you are a portal user and you are trying to change your own email. If the second one is not true, the admin can be changing the email address of a portal user, but not the person itself. And that's my struggle here. Apparently this one is not accepted. Let's try with UID. Not sure it will be as well. Ah, this one works. Let's see. I don't know if it will be accepted there. I'm going to try. Let's go over there. Let's have a look at my information, and let's see if I can revert back to 3, or if I will have a huge error that is being displayed. Maybe what I can do is first complete my action saying, okay, if that is the case and you're trying to make that kind of change, raise user error, you can't. Okay, let's try this, and we'll see if we have an error being nicely displayed, or if it's an internal server error or something like this. If I'm saving here, it's not saying anything. So apparently it's even worse. It's not even going through this because the domain is not good. So I will change that, and I will just remove the second part, and I will have to do it through code. And I can just do this. It's better not to mix lots of changes. Okay, and I'm going to execute code, but then I will add an extra layer of condition here, saying that if the record ID is the user ID, so then I'm doing the same kind of control that I wanted to have with the filter. Then I will do this. Let's try. Now we have 2 records. Okay, good. Let's retry this one, and let's change back to this time 2. Okay. This time it's leaving me alone and making it still possible to do. So here I could change it. And this one, I see there is a slight difference with a previous version. Is here, it's not sending you an error message. So I cannot save, you see. I cannot go forward, but it's not giving me a nice error message in the interface. So that is maybe good but not excellent, because I will not make the change possible for my user, but he is not aware that this is not something that you can change. So, okay, it's already a first step because they cannot make a mistake, but the issue is that they don't get a trigger telling them what is going wrong. So maybe it's better to even say that the field should be read-only, so that he sees and there's an indicator and he won't be questioning why you do that. What I'm curious about is that usually the raise user error in version 18, this one was sent to the interface, and so there was a kind of a pop-up being shown. I'm just checking if it's not related to the fact that I'm with another user or whatever, but usually you have the same kind of error that goes here top right when you trigger that kind of raise user error. So I'm going to keep this one so that we have anyway a check that is being done technically at the moment where we write, but I would like also to improve the interface. The way we could improve the interface is going to the view, and I think it's a my details view. That is because I know it, but a quick way we can check that is trying to find, remember that's one method I'm giving you. If you don't know how to find the correct view that would contain that information, what you can do is try to go here on one of the fields and find the view thanks to one of the fields that you have in the backend. Like here we have, there's one in particular that I know that is called the zip code. So if you type here, I'm saying this, but then it changed also compared to version 18. That's fun. If I go for my, is it my details? Yeah, that's the one. And this one, a PayPal one. Yes, that's the PayPal one that is adding this electronic format thing. So that could have been a good match as well. Going here, inspecting the view and checking. Yeah, you see we have invoice EDI format. I'm just showing how you could have found it without knowing that my detail stuff. But if you go there, view architecture, you see you don't have that many, and the only one that matches is the QWeb one because it's the front-end side. So you go there, and then you know the inherited view it is. So that's usually where you would go for having access to my details. So here, that is a fun one as well, because if I check that and I compare with a version 18, I think the views are quite different as well. Going here, portal my detail fields. Yeah, that's what you have in a my details for the portal my detail fields. Let me check if no, it's my details and my details field. It's not exactly the same. So I'm going to check if we don't have the one with the fields also, my detailed fields. No, but I guess that there must be something where we are going to load another, to call another template. That's invoice EDI, that's the other one. Yeah, that we don't care so much. Yeah, okay. And so if I'm looking for the portal one, address form field, that's maybe the one that I'm talking about. Yeah, it looks like it's the one. So we have the partner name, email, phone. Do we have, yeah, the email? I guess it's this one. Remember, one of the things that I'm sometimes doing, just to see if it's a good one, we can quickly style it in red, and we'll know if, yeah, that's the right value. So we know quickly if it's that. I'm going to make a change here directly in the view, but you should be going by inherited view. And I'm going to say, okay, that input, it can be changed if you are a regular user, but if you're a portal user, you cannot. So we can put a few conditions here. Okay, and the condition, let me make that bigger. We can put a condition here and say, for example, this one. All right. If we are a regular user, that's good. If not, then let's put it in read-only. And so that would be like this, by the way. It's not TID, it's TIF. Okay, and then another one, TT else with this. And then we would say the following. Read-only equals read-only. That would work, and we can say, of course, if I save here, there's no condition in the TIF, so it's not going to work. But what I need to do now is know if the partner information is the same as my user information here. So I could reuse part of the variable that we have here and see if that would be working over there. So let's say if the user ID is the same as what? How can we check that? Or if the user, another thing that we can do is check the presence of that user in a group and see if he can change or not. So there, I'm going to try this. I'm going on the user and I'm going to check if he's part of a group that is the internal group. I think that there's a potential thing that would be this base group user. I think that's the name. We can try this, but let's escape that correctly. Okay, so this would be a control. I need to check if it is correct because I'm not sure that in that version as groups is still working with the user, but I'm going on the user and I'm saying, okay, let's see if you have that group, and that group is, from my knowledge, from what I remember, the internal group. So let's see first if that external ID still exists in version 18.3. External identifiers. There, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of things. So let's go for base in the group. Yeah, base group user. That's here. That is good. That's what I wanted. So now we call that a member. So that member thing looks like it's the equivalent of the internal group of before. So that is a member. All right. So let's go back here. That should work. Let's see if it does. So let's go on my other screen now with that guy. I'm refreshing this. Yes, and here I cannot change it. I'm trying to go inside and I cannot change the field. That is good. So it means that with at least with a portal user, it seems to work. I cannot go there and I cannot change anything. So that is good. Now let's see if it would work also with the admin, because the admin, even though it goes here usually in the back end, let's imagine I want to change my information from the front end. I just want to see if this works. So I can go on the website and see if on my account I would be able to do it. Yeah, here I can on my side here because I'm an internal user. On the other side I cannot. So that is something you can do. Of course here again I did it quick and dirty. I edited this view instead of creating an inherited view. You know that we have been covering it several times during the session. So I'm not going to do it every time in a inherited mode, but that is one way of doing it. I think that there's another elegant way to do this, the as group. If I remember well, there's something inside the add-ons of Odoo when you go in the base module. Not the add-ons then. When you go in the base module of Odoo, which is in Odoo, then add-ons, then base. So that is the module that gets installed. That's maybe a quick refresher that we can use. That's the module that gets installed at the beginning. When you are on site, you start a new database. You only have the base module. On the SaaS, on the SaaS, you don't have that. Because on the SaaS, what happens is that we are going to automatically install the first application that you wanted from the SaaS screen. On the Odoo SH, though, that would be the same. So if I were to move the master here and move it to production, very quickly it will build something, and you will have only the base module being installed. I think it will be fast. So if I remember, I will show it back to you in a few minutes. But what I mean is that base module is really that's the place where it is hidden. That's him. It's really the module. Everything depends on kernel of Odoo needed for all installations. That is very clear. This is the one that we have here, and inside you have all the models that are making that base work. So the bare minimum is here, and among which you have the REST users. And then there is something like is internal somewhere. Yes, this one will work as well. I think checking if it's internal, but you see in the end it does the same. It goes and check, okay, is it the base group user, or is it is portal, is public? So those are kind of things that I could have used. I could have used this instead of writing this. That's the same. Well, at least it's not the same, but it would have given the same result. Okay, that was the first point I wanted to cover. Waiting for your questions. So I see that now we have a few. That is good. By the way, sorry if I'm coughing a bit because I'm slightly sick, so sorry for your ears if you hear me coughing a bit too much. First question is, I saw your logo option on the upper right corner of the previous window. Does it mean you offer white labeling solution for agencies? Not really. Depends what you mean by white labeling. One of the questions that was asked already in the past is the following. Is it possible to use Odoo and rebrand it? I don't think there's something that makes it impossible in the licenses to rebrand it. But what makes it impossible when you are using Odoo Enterprise is that you pay the licenses to Odoo. So if you do so, anyway, your client is in contact with us. So I don't see the point of white labeling something if anyway the client is in contact with Odoo, because they will know that Odoo is behind the scene. That is the first thing. And second one is that even in the URL now, you see that Odoo is there because you have it there in the URL. In community, that would be maybe easier because then you are not forced to send us, let's say, to pay the licenses to Odoo, so that would be possible. But it's not because of that you have the your logo on the corner. There is the your logo thing. Let's go back on a portal view here. I can close this one. I will reuse mine over there. It is your logo here, simply because here, if I were to create my website, chances are quite high that I would need to use a logo because I want to display it on my company's website. So here I'm super bad with the website, so I never know what you can change. But yeah, here you see you can change the logo, and you can upload an image and select one. Let's say from I will go in my documents. Did we have my fake logo that I'm always using? There it is, and then you can change the logo and put the one of your company. But that is the logo that usually, selecting this one, is also the logo that will be on your documents. So if I go on a quote and I'm asking to generate a PDF of that quote, that's also the logo that will be there. I'm saying this and I have a doubt now. No, it's not. Hopefully I said I have a doubt before I was showing it, because indeed those are different logo, but going back that one is coming from the company. So if you go here, the logo on the PDF is the one that we have here. So I'm with a Belgium company, so I can make them match, so that it's the same. Going here, now I can retry. All right, so I'm saying it has to be one that is, yeah, you see, now it's good. It has to be one that is different because simply sometimes you want to have it in a vertical mode or horizontal mode. It can be different what you show on the PDF versus what you want to have on the website. So what I said made no sense. But just to clarify, it's not that you white label it, it's just like you can show it on a page simply because that's your front facing thing to your customer, your website. So that's why we make it possible to change the logo. But rereading your document, your question is your logo option on the upper right corner of the previous window. I didn't see it in the upper right corner. I saw it in the upper left on the website, and I saw it on the upper left of the PDF. So I don't know if it's an error or if there's another place you saw that your logo thing. But quickly, if your question was, I would like to use logos displayed on the website, that's how you would do it. Otherwise, if it's white labeling, more like I would like to use Odoo and white label it to tons of my clients, then I give you the answer related to the licensing and Odoo enterprise notion. All right. So what else do we have in terms of question? We have Raichen Yogatama that is on YouTube that is saying, hello, I'm from Indonesia. How can we sell products with multi-unit of measure in Odoo point of sale? That's a good question. I have no idea, but let's try. Okay. I'm going to create a product with multiple unit of measures. We are going to sell a super interesting product. Toothpaste. Okay, I was going with something less interesting, to be honest. I wanted to use bag of sand, but if you want toothpaste, I can go with toothpaste. And like what? What kind of toothpaste would we have? We have a few milliliters or what?
No, 2 liters.
2 liters of okay, okay. We can try that. So, okay, it's in grams toothpaste. Okay,
It's like paint.
okay. So I'm going to use grams. And we are going to have a expensive by the kilo toothpaste. So we have it per gram here. Let me, yeah, okay. Group product in post. That's something that is new to me. Check if you want to group product of this unit. So it's grouping them by unit in the POS and not grouping the products, same product with different units of measures. We are going to test a few things. So here it's grams. Very important, I think. Also is the following. I created this. I'm going to show you a little thing that changed between version 18 and 18.3. So 19 will be the same way. If you go here and you have a look at the unit of measures, I know it's called like this, units and packaging. And you see here I selected grams. And then because I go on grams, you have here kilograms that say it contains 1000 grams. That is and this one is the reference unit. So we have that conversion that is made. But will it allow you, because you say grams, will it allow you to have other one with kilos? Let's try. I wonder, no, not pinning. I wonder if what you're asking is possible. Let's add it, by the way, my product. Okay, let's say that we want to have it, packaging, but maybe that is it, okay. Good, so we have already the kilograms, we had the grams before, so let's try, where do we say, point of sale, yeah, that's what I wanted. Category, blah, blah, well, the rest I don't care so much. And let's go in my point of sale. Let's sell whatever. I have no cash, and apparently I have no product either. So, why don't I have my product? It's is it on the same? Yeah, it's on the same. I have point of sale to space. Do I need to put them maybe in a category for it to be shown? No. Published, not needed. Categories, blah blah blah. Okay, let me go back on my post. That's a surprise. I don't need to close the register, I just want to go to the backend. Why can't I find my toothpaste product here? It's a good check. What I will do is that I will anyway also create a few. I will update a bit the quantity. Let's say that I have that many grams of toothpaste available. Good. Do I need something else in order to make it shown in my POS? What I want to do is maybe check my settings. Do we have something here that is filtering out my products, booking, blah blah, product categories? Pick which product post categories are available. So I'm going to check if it needs to be in that POS category. Let's say it's for the upper body. So next time we'll see that. Things change a lot on it's not an application I use that much, and things change a lot at the moment on the point of sale because it's an area we have been pushing a lot, specifically for the restaurant here in Belgium and in Europe. So I'm checking if there's something else I should check here. Let's try with that's being saved. That's maybe the category thing that was missing. So yeah, let's go back to the session. Yeah, that's it. So I guess it was category related. So quick one, I had my product, it was said point of sale was selected, but I didn't select a category. That was a category that I wanted on my POS setting, so that's why it was not showing. So if I'm saying this, there you see, yeah, you don't see the quantity. Is there a way we can check that? Because we have the quantity, but we don't see the unit of measures. I wonder if there's a way we can display it. So we have some packagings, but I don't have the feeling that it is something that we can do. Checking again quickly in the POS setting just to see if we have something like related to the unit of measures, but it doesn't look like we have. So let me start from bottom. So inventory, ship letter, inventory management, no. Barcode, nope, 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 nope. Preparation, connected device, no. Payment, food, bills. It doesn't look like it's something we would have. I will make another check that is more like code related, but this doesn't look like we have it. Another way of thinking around that is the following. Usually when you are in a POS environment, people come with the product in front of you. And so if you have something you sell by the kilo or by the gram, usually those are two different products and they will have different barcodes. So you don't care so much, they would be different products. So I suppose that here, for the use case of the barcode, you will need to create like a small toothpaste and a bigger one. Like if I duplicate big toothpaste, and this one would be by kilograms. Yeah, so it would be let's add a small discount on top of that. So the same thing, it doesn't change here. I will need to go back to the backend and restart it. I suppose that would be the reasoning that we have behind saying that in POS the use case is people come with a product, you scan, and they are different. It's like when you buy a can of Coke versus a 1.5 liter Coke bottle versus a 1 liter or 2 liters. Those are 4 different products, although it's the same thing that is inside, almost. So that's why you would have to simply scan the product, and it would be 2 different ones that you have. Now maybe your case is a bit different, and it's a thing where you buy or you sell in bulk, in which case it's more like you are going to have 1 unit of measure and you have different values possible because of the scale that you are going to use. But yeah, here, long story short, your question was, is it possible to have it with multiple unit of measures? Yes, if there are different products, but I don't think that you have information about the unit of measure here inside the POS. And in a way, it makes sense. Okay, let's go back to the next question, also on YouTube from Johan Wolmarans. How to set up so that you can sell meat in a butcher with different weights so that you can scan barcode. If you sell meat in a butchery, usually you are going to have a product that will be handled. Let's create it. You are going to have a product that will be handled by kilograms. And so, because you say this, you can say it's a price. That would be maybe something that that's a bit expensive, maybe. That's what you could have, and what matters is how much the scale is going to send back to you. Here I don't have any scale connected to my setup because I don't have a proper POS setup. But if I go here and I go again and we say point of sale, you're talking about barcode and things like that. So I would assume, but I'm not sure, that is also related to. I would put in others. That is also related to point of sale. In which case here, when you add some meat, let me remove a few of the product before. Oops. When you add the meat, what you have here is that it's the default quantity, but otherwise the scale would send you back, okay, it's 1.2 or something like this, and in which case you see 1.2 here. It's a bit higher in terms of price / cost. Here the neat thing is that I created that kind of I added the product manually, but otherwise, if you connect it to your scale, you select the product and it will send back the quantity. That would work. I don't know if your question is also related then to industrial sales, like B2B sales, in which case then it's not the POS that we are talking about. It's more like a reception, but reception usually you are going to make a purchase order. I don't have purchase apparently. Yeah, going to install purchase. So you make a purchase and you say how many kilos maybe you want, or maybe you don't have the kilos yet because you are buying it again in bulk, but you have the, I don't know if it's a carcass that you are going to say in English, but you buy a product and then you cut it so that you have several other products, and that would mean using the manufacturing. So that would be transforming one huge piece of meat in several slices. That would mean manufacturing, and at the end of the manufacturing, you are going to apply maybe lot numbers to the different products that are created from the big carcass. That would be different. All right, I don't know if we have other questions on LinkedIn or anywhere else. Yes, we have one from Mario Santiago on LinkedIn. I'm not receiving a notification email after a successful payment, and the customer is also not getting an order confirmation. Thus, this needs to be set up separately in Odoo. Successful payments, I suppose that you mean on the website. So we can have a look at that. I'm going to do it at the same time. At the same time, I'm going to do it here on the website. Where is my? Here it is. Okay, remember I'm with my user here. I'm going to buy an Apple wireless keyboard. You see, I have my checkout thing here. I'm moving forward with my delivery stuff, and then I have wire transfer. Wire transfer, I don't think that we are going to have a successful payment because it will expect the payment later. So what I can do is very quickly, check here my provider stuff to see if I can. I'm going to enable Stripe. Is it Stripe? Yeah, I think I have an account on Stripe. So I'm going to install it and then put my credentials that you are not going to see, even though those are test ones. So on my other screen, you know that when I have a password thing, I'm going on my other screen here that you don't see, but I'm having a look at if I want to go in test mode and publish it. Yeah, I need to put this. Hopefully it won't be that long, and I won't have to ask for a double authentication thing. So otherwise you are going to wait a bit that I receive a SMS. I'm connecting on my dashboard on the other side. Ah, yeah, that's good. I'm already connected. So I will have just to make some kind of copy paste test mode. Ah, yeah, that is something that I don't like. Yeah, they changed the way they do test mode on Stripe. Well, I don't like it. It's maybe for the better, but before it was in one place with a huge button at the top, and now it's moved to sandbox account. They changed the name, but I think they changed also the way it works. So that is my publishable. Okay, but that you don't mind too much. Yes, developer dashboard. I need to go to my secret key and see how can I copy paste this one. Let's check here. But I cannot copy paste it easily. That's a nightmare. I have to create another one, or I think I used that not so long ago. I'm going to make another try. Very quickly, if I can find it back some other place. I'm sorry, I know it's not like the best moment to watch the stream. Yeah, I have a secret key here, but okay, let's try. Okay, fungible key, that was the one. No, it's not that. No, I need to create another key. I will create one quickly. I need to provide, I guess, this URL. We are going to retry this one. Okay, I'm receiving a link in my email address. So I need to verify my identity. I'm clicking at the same time just to get the new. Oh, come on. So I received an email. Now I'm receiving a SMS in a few seconds. That is going to be long. I understand that you have to go through several steps. But that's making it particularly long. So I have a new key, but it's not a secret key that I got. Then if it doesn't work, I will have to select another one. Okay, good. That is it. So it's a bit long. The system is not bad. I mean, it's just like you need to go several times in the same place on your Stripe developer account, and it was a bit long with the double authentication. All of that just to show the progress of what it is to sell online and how it would look like if you go here. Now I have my Stripe. It's in test mode. So let's go back as my end user, how it would look like for him. If I refresh this, now I have my different place, and you see here it's secured by Stripe. If I select card, so I can say this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Doing this, I'm going in test mode, so I'm not sure it's exactly the same flow, but it's important when you say you need to receive a notification email after a successful payment. We need see what Odoo receives and what Odoo generates inside Odoo, because you have the payment that can be sent from Stripe. Stripe can tell you, okay, I received your card has been used, but does Odoo need to do it as well? We can check that. So I'm going to say pay now and card decline. Live mode. You use a test card, but you are in live mode. Is it just the card that we have? Do we have some cards I can use? I don't know if the thing I'm doing here on Stripe is correct. Yeah, I think I'm live on Stripe, and that's why it's not working. I'm trying to send from a test mode, because I selected test mode here. Provider. From test mode here. As you can see, I think I'm connected with things that are... Yes, that is it, I guess. Let's retry. With different settings. And see what it says now. So let's go back here. Let's refresh it. Same story. Oops, okay. All right, payment processed. So the thing again in Stripe, the first credential I put were things that were linked to a production account, while here it's really on a test account. So it's important. It's good that we have the kind of issue in live. Very quickly, what you have here, test mode or enabled, and I had the case with a partner yesterday on DHL or FedEx, was it, with a delivery system, is that here it's not only for your own use, it is what you send to Stripe or the third parties. We tell them if we are in a production mode, which is the enabled thing, or in test mode. So it needs to match the characteristics and what you have behind the keys for your on your Stripe account or DHL or FedEx. So that's why here it was not working and you add a message. But Odoo is good, or Stripe is good at sending you the message, telling you what is going wrong. So trust the message that you receive. Here it was telling me you use a production card, or it was a production environment. Well, it was clearly stating that there was a mismatch between the card I wanted to use and the type of account that I had. So trust it. So payment has been processed. Let's see what is being generated in Odoo. And then from there we can see why we receive an email or not. Is it this one? 1021, yeah, that must be the one. So what do we generate? We generate the payment here. We sent this. So I don't know if that's what you need, like the order has been confirmed because you received the payment, or if it's something different. But this one, normally it is being sent. And I can check also on my other guy here. I suppose I would have, yeah, company order. So that's what I received. No, wait, that's 2 days ago. It's not this one. I can remove the rest. But it's true that, yeah, that's a coupon thing from Belgian company. That is fun. No, let's see, because I see also, no, that's correct. It's sent at the right email. So I should receive it, but maybe with a small delay. Let's have a look at what I have in terms of emails in my Odoo. Okay, everything is sent, so I should receive it, or should I have received it? In the spams, nothing there. Yeah, that is curious. So maybe on your side it was not even this one that you wanted to receive, but the payment confirmation, it's we can discuss on if this acts as a payment confirmation or not. I wonder if we are not going to also receive. Yeah, here it says in process, it's not paid. So maybe I should complete this one and see what is going to send us. But I'm curious also that I didn't receive this one, but you should. It's not giving an error. So here we send it to that person. And in the emails, there's no emails being remaining here. and usually you have an email remaining there when it's not being sent. So we can make another try with a quick change, which is working on the email template, and see from here on the sale order. There we have this one. Sale order. We can check a bit of those two. This one I don't know when it will be sent exactly. Yeah, order will be confirmed. That's when you have a payment pending. It's not the case here. Let's go back to the confirmation. I will just make a little thing in the settings like the auto delete here. I'm going to remove it so that you can see if the email stays in the emails being sent after. So I'm going to make another sale. Going back, just checking if my emails I received something, but I guess not. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's create another sale shop, another wireless thing, view card, blah blah. Let's no, that one. Oops. Let's move on. Same. Okay. Same story. So payment has been processed. Okay. Good. If I go back now, I should have another sale order number 12. Okay. Same message being sent, same email, same information. Do I have in my settings now the emails? Yes. So we see here they've been sent to AHU and to Henry here. So he should have received it. So that one is sent. So I don't know why I didn't receive it on my side here, but I should have. Let me check again the spams. Nope. Ah, inbox here. Good. That's what you get. Okay, so there you get the confirmation of the order. It's not really the confirmation of the payment. So I don't. Can you tell me if that is correct? But you mentioned also the customer confirmation. So this works. I wonder why. Yeah, and that is for the second one. So I wonder why the first one didn't go through, while the second it did. It's unclear to me. I could make a third test, but I'm pretty sure that the third test will be like this one. We can quickly check that because I didn't change anything between the first one and the second one. If I remember well, I just changed the setup of the templates, but everything was already the same as before. Yeah, I'm going to reuse my payment method, so it will be even faster. Okay, skip. All right. Now, that is different. This time I have my payment being processed on this one, but I don't see. No, it took a few seconds. So there's the same template and the same email being used. I refreshed a bit too fast, and so it was not visible here. Okay, and if I go there, I suppose I will receive another one in a few seconds. I will have to wait a bit, but or maybe in updates or things like this. Yeah, SO12. Nope. It was not there. Okay. I will wait a few more seconds just to see if it's not reaching my mailbox, but it's a bit weird, the delivery. And keep in mind that there are a few ways you can improve the delivery of your emails. That it could be the reason why. I have a few that go through and a few others that don't. Because here, between the second and third test, the email is the same. If you have a look at the information, it's the same. I just have a same kind of information inside. The content is really, apart from the sale order number, it's exactly the same. So it could be that, I don't know why, Google will flag some of my emails as being dangerous or spammy or something like this. One way that you can improve that, and that's where I don't have the name of the person that was asking the question, but you can go in the deliverability. There must be something like in a way where we discuss how you can do that. I think it's here. Yes, from Gladys Karanja, I think. That's it? Mario, sorry. You have some information to put your SPF, DKIM, DMARC, and improve the way you want to deliver your emails, and you have all the explanation that is given here. I wonder, I'm going to make a quick check on my computer. I wonder if we didn't make also very recently on our side a few. I know we have our experts have been working on cheat sheets for everything that is related to the emails, and I wanted to check if I have that information, but I don't see it on my side. I know that I sent it to someone recently, but I need to check where it is located. It's trying to take into 1 or 2 PDFs all the information that you have here with a few more illustrations, so it's easily sent. And as I have a bad memory, I cannot remember where I put that. But so you can follow the documentation here. You will get that, and there are a few tools like this one to emulate and to verify what it is when you to check the DNS configuration that you made, and everything that is related to your mailing. That must be why, because it's a good test here. I'm just trying another time. You see everything was the same, and some emails don't go through, some do, and typically that's because I'm sending my emails from this email address with odoo.com with no security or proof of what that I'm the right person behind the emails. So I guess that's why you don't receive it, because the rest, and I'm glad I had the second one, because on 3 different tries I only had one. I would suppose that it is mostly based on the email deliverability. We can go to another question. I don't know which one it would be. I have this issue in unit of measures. I have this one product that I'm supposed to use different units of measures in purchase, in units, and in sales, in bars. If I make a request for quotation, it resets itself to bar, and if I do, and so it resets itself to units. How to solve this? I'm not sure what you're trying to do. But we can try together. So you are on RFQ, so you're on the purchase side. We can reuse maybe the toothpaste, because I had kilograms and different packagings. For those kind of things, if you get in touch, I'm thinking about that, reading your question. If you get in touch with your support, it's always smart to mention the database that you are working on, and eventually its version, because as we have seen a few minutes ago, there's a difference between version 18 and 18.3 in the way that we manage the units of measures. So just that, I may here start working on something that is not going to be a potential good solution, since you are not working on the same version. So let's try this. Yeah, here small toothpaste is going on the unit, but I can change it. Do you have units and bar? Yeah. I have one product I'm supposed to use different in purchase, but yeah, here I can change it. If I make an RFQ, it resets itself to bar, but I don't see why, because if I say here 1000 grams, okay, it is going to work, but maybe, yeah, if I change to kilogram, it's not resetting anything. If I move it back to gram, either. So I'm not sure of what is the issue that you have. I'm rereading it. I have this issue on unit of measures. I have this one product that I'm supposed to use different units of measures, like we have here. You have units and bars. No, sorry. In purchase, you have units. Okay, so we are going to say grams, and in sales you have bars. If I make a RFQ here, it resets itself to bar, and if I do and so it resets itself. Okay. It is here, so you have that's what you mean. So let's say you sell in grams, and you would like to have kilograms here, but then I guess that based on your question, you are not on 18.3. because here when you change one, it changes the other. Let's go back on another version 18. I have one here because I think we are going to be able to illustrate the change or what you mean. I'm going to create another one. So Odoo insider unit of measure. Here, let's say, do we have grams? Yes, grams. And can I buy? Maybe don't have. Oops. Something where I say I can change it here because it's grams, or if I say kilogram, it's going to move to the kilogram. I don't know if you use vendors with unit of measures also. That could be explaining it. Let's try Coca-Cola, €2, 2 kilograms. And if I move it back to gram here, yeah, it's going to change the unit of measure there as well. Okay, that's maybe not great, but let's see. Grams, and here, that's the previous thing that we had. I just want to check if we can change that one, the standard price UM, and then we have UM name. Okay, we reuse UM name here, and I guess it's the same that we have there. UM ID. Okay, I just want to check if we still have those two UMs that can be different. One way of checking this is having a look at the fields. Just want to see in terms of unit of measure, so of fields that redirect to a unit of measure here, there's only one. So I'm going to retry this. No, UMPO. No, okay. So purchase unit and sales unit. And I would like to check here what is behind that UMPO. So where do we define that? Okay. It's computed. Or what? Here I see. So very low. At the place where we define what is a product and a product template, we see that when we change the UM, we are going to compute the POUM, and so if there's no value, or if the category is different from between the UM, the sales UM and the purchase UM, we are going to put the sales UM in the purchase UM if the category is different. But that is weird. That is for forcing when you change the UM of the sale. But do we have the same? When we change our constraint and change UM ID. Yeah, okay. Yeah, when we change the UM ID, we are going to change it anyway on the PO. So looks like we have not that much choice since we change it there. When we change in sale, we are going to move it in purchase. But it's weird because it doesn't look like we should have the opposite, but we do, right? When I went there, if I change this one, I cannot change, in fact. There must be something I'm forgetting here, like a place where we can say that it can be changed, but it's not the right field. I think it's here. Yes, that's it. I was wrong. Here it's another place. You have the purchase units here. Is it the same in version? In this version? No, it disappeared from here, and you have it there and there. Okay, and then you cannot say kilograms. Yeah, it's telling me for the previous ones. I'm going to retry with a new product on version 18.3. Odoo insider again. Bar units. Bar units is going to be weird because it's maybe not the same conversion. I'm going to say gram kilograms, but this time I will first say kilograms here before we have product being moved. And if I say gram, no, it's every time moving one or the other. Then I'm curious of why it's working that way, because then we have both fields. If I go here, this time I'm directly on And okay, this one I'm on the UMID, so it's the same field, and this one as well. Okay, so both are the same here. It's not like we have the purchase ID over there. I don't know if it's. I suppose it's not a mistake. And let's see if we still have that value. UOM PO ID. It doesn't exist. UOM not UOM. So UMID is the packagings. Okay. All right. Let's go back. It's the same kind of thing that I did earlier, which is saying, okay, we have packagings, we have kilograms, we have grams. Oh yeah, here we don't need. We have. We can keep it that way. It's the same configuration as on the other side. So going back on what you said, here if we're on version 18, going back on version 18, if I create a PO, purchase, then the vendor, whatever the vendor, I forgot the name of my product. It was Insider. We have it here. It's kilograms. Good. Because we said here it's kilograms when you purchase. And on the SO, then it's then it's grams. So that is correct. Maybe it's a matter of conversion when you say that you create a PO from a sale order because you are going to use some kind of MTO, and then we keep the grams and not the kilograms. So maybe can you comment and give me a bit more information about this? That would be useful. I wonder how that use case can be best managed in version 18.3, going back and changing my version. So you may have seen here at the top, I have this one. Let me illustrate that better. Close a few things. Because this one is on version 18 and the rest is on version 18.3. If I go back here, this field and this field, oops, they are the same. Okay. You don't have that extra thing here, but what you do have is packaging here. I don't think you have packagings on the purchase unless you select the vendor. Let me check. Nope, but we can see if for Coca-Cola, for example, yeah, it's not marked as a supplier. And this one, can we move to kilograms? Yeah, in fact, that's it. Okay. In version 18.3, this field equals this field, so it's not going to change. Same field that is behind, but you are going to manage it per vendor and not just here. I think that's the way. And let's redo it. So I selected purchase here. If I create a new one and I select that vendor that I think was Keegan Inc. If I do this and I entering the product this time, yes, it's in kilograms, while the product definition is in gram. And if I go back on the sale, then it doesn't matter the customer. I can put something else right here, and I'm saying Insider. Then it's in grams. So that is correct. That's the change between the 18 and 18.3. A few subtleties, I guess, that needs to be explained on top of that, but that's what you would have. And you answer, use a new product with two different unit of measures, create an RFQ and a sale order. I'm using version 18. But then that's what we did. That's what we did. We created a new product with two different unit of measures on version 18, like here. So the UM product here in grams, here in kilograms, and that is working. You do have between the RFQ and the sale order, you have different units of measures correctly. What the reasons why it works is the following also. In the unit of measures, of course, I've been using so grams, kilograms here, and grams over there. So that's why it worked. That's also because it's part of the same unit of measure category. In terms of version 18.3, that's maybe slightly different, but as you said, you are on version 18. That's why I kept working on this one. Okay, maybe another question in the list. I see we have a few people commenting on LinkedIn. Lots of people saying hello. Like that's very nice of you. Hi to everyone. Same on YouTube, by the way. And then Vasco Rodriguez is asking. He has an encyclopedic knowledge of Odoo add-ons. Great work. Thanks a lot. Okay, very nice. I like those kind of comments. Keep me going. Thanks, Vasco. Misrar official. How to set up an account through which expenses should meet? I guess that you are talking because when we talk about expenses, guys, another thing. Going back on the previous question, so my emails have been delayed apparently because I received them here, those two. So even without extra settings, that worked. The email being sent, but I cannot explain why I received the second one and the first and the third one at first. There was quite a huge delay. We can try to assess that delay. If I go back here, when was it received? Like 34, 41. So yeah, this one was received 10 minutes after the second one. That was itself 5 minutes after the first one. So 15 minutes delay. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. Anyway, it's delivered. Misra is asking how to set up an account which on which expense should meet. I don't know if you talk about the expense module or simply expenses like a purchase invoice, like a vendor bill. So I suppose it would be the HR expense module that you're talking about. I'm not sure, but I would guess. So here expense, that's what we get. I can create a new product or launch, yes. Category expense, all right. What you do have is that you have an account here, but I don't know if that's what you expect, because here all the expenses will be related to the account that you select here, and you can change it, but that account depends on the category that we have here, if I remember well, because things may have changed, because I see the notion of category. Before it was simply a product. Yeah, you can have an expense account here, and you can say it would be something slightly different, like this one. If I go back here, let's re-enter a new one. Okay, launch 2. And then you see the account changed, but that is on version 18. I don't know if the way changed on version 18.3. Yes, all right. But this one is the expense account. But when you say where things should meet, I have the feeling that you're talking about the other side of the transaction, like an employee account where you know how much he paid or he disbursed and how much you need to pay him. In which case, I'm not sure that the account itself would be what is important. But if I create the report, yeah, I forgot to put an amount. Let's put 10 euro, all right. And I submit that. And I will go forward so that we skip the approval. Well, not we skip, but we do it as if it was going very fast. And you see that here the journal entry would look like this. You would have suppliers to the cost account, and then you would have the payment that is expected just after. So if I go post journal entries, now the journal entry is posted, so you have also a number that is given to it. And the fact that you need to pay to your employee, and you see, if the idea behind the question is to have a way to monitor that, what needs to be paid, and you wanted to do it through an account in particular, so that's where the expense should meet, and you would see if it's balanced or not. I'm not saying that you don't need it, but you can simply rely on the fact that you have things that are approved here, but that still need to be paid, so that in the expenses or in the reports, you see here the payment status, it's not paid, and so because it's not paid, you need to balance it out by just paying your your employee. So I don't know if that's what you need, and if we are talking about the right expenses here, like in the expense application, you give a ticket like for the restaurant because you are an employee and you expect to be paid, or if it's something different. But from the way you phrased your question, I guess that you want to see an easy way to know what needs to be paid, and I thought that you wanted to see through the account that is here, but that is just the account that where you are going to book the expenses. So it's maybe not where we should go to if you want to have a clean look on what needs to be paid, and how to have it balanced. Nona Signo on YouTube just after is saying, "Hi coach, just curious, I have 500 products in Shopee and I linked it through Odoo Shopee connector. Is that product automatically updated in Odoo?" I don't know because I never use Shopee, but is it I don't know. You just made me discover that module. So I never used it. It's going to be fun, but we can check something. I never used it, and it will be maybe a bit complicated to use, simply because I don't have a Shopee e-commerce thing. So I'm maybe not going to create it now. Okay, that's why. When I see this, it's super good, but when I see this, I understand why I don't know it. It's places I've never been to. So that's why you have lots of key players in lots of areas in the world that we don't know of here in Belgium. But okay, we have this. I'm going to have a look at the code because it will be very hard for me to test. I could select maybe, let me check. I could go there and try to create one, but I suppose that it's not free. So yeah, and also don't speak the language, so it's going to be complicated. Do we have a place that I know? Yeah, Singapore. I guess it is going to be in English. Yeah, so I will need to go there and try to create it with my account. Okay, and then create things on one side and then on the other. It's going to be taking a while, so I will try to rather go on GitHub to make this work. I'm sorry guys, I need to take something for my throat because it's not ideal. Alright, so going here in the add-ons, I would guess that usually integration modules, they are not part of Odoo, Odoo community. Trying here. Nope, let's go on Odoo Enterprise. There we have it. Do we have another one? No, just this one. And based on what we will find, we'll know if there's something for getting the products. Okay. Apparently we create product here, and the name of the function suggests that we have it. And configure for Shopee. Okay. Here the name, the type, the price. It seems very, very small what it does. Okay, you create Shopee items. Are those the products? Okay. So I have the feeling that we create a new type of things that are Shopee items. Yes. And that are linked to a product. Okay. So I will have here my Bluetooth speaker. And I will have something on the, so that link between a product in Odoo and Shopee item. So yes, I would suppose that this is done, of course, automatically. And knowing here that we restore things from Shopee, I would guess that this is automated. but I can see also if here we have something for, yeah, we sync the inventory. So yes, I suppose that you would have a link, but then the update I'm not sure, because you say I linked it through Odoo Shopee connector, is that product automatically updated in Odoo? I don't know what is the trigger to send it to Odoo. Let me check if we have. Need to give a shop. Okay. I guess it's not made to be. Yeah, to be done manually, because here, if I try to. Yeah, no, maybe. I don't have a shop. Okay. Do I have some ability to create that configuration? Sale configuration, Shopee item, Shopee account. Here. That is it. So yeah, I will have. Okay. So whatever I put, I guess it's going to try to connect. Yes. Okay, that's not working. But that's okay. I just want to see if there's a scheduled action. Yes. I suppose that since we sync the inventory every 30 minutes, I can see how you could sync the inventory without syncing the product. So I guess this is done. Here you sync the inventory over there, and that is where I am at the moment. So that's why we what we do. And here we have the items. Where are we going to create them? Yeah, you see, you update the items. No, from Odoo to Shopee, sorry. So that's the other direction. So since you send it from Odoo and it seems to go that way, let me check, because we had here restore Shopee data product, and here we created in Odoo. Okay, and what is calling it? And that one is a bit longer. Okay. Find matching product. Okay. But it's per reference. It goes the other way around. Looks like it's the opposite. We are going to create items in Shopee based on what you have in Odoo. Do we have some information here in the manifest telling you how it works? So import orders from multiple accounts. Orders are matched with Odoo products based on their internal reference. Okay. FBS or FBM. Okay. Support both fulfillment by Shopee. Okay. So you receive the orders, they are matched, and there's a one-to-one relationship apparently between the internal reference in Odoo, and we saw that over there. Sorry, I'm discovering the module at the same time I'm discussing that with you, and you would have for every shop, every product. I don't have a shop that is connected, but you would have a link between the product in Odoo and the Shopee ID item, and that's how you would generate the sale orders in Odoo coming from Shopee. But in terms of product, it looks like it's pushed from Odoo to Shopee. Find or create the Shopee item based on SKU and shop. I'm not 100% sure about that. Products, what are we going to create here? Yeah, we are going to create a Shopee item. But that is at the moment where we receive the order lines. We find the product, the Shopee item to put in the order line. I guess let me check if that's it. Do we have something in sell order? We have, but we don't have any sell order line with Shopee information. Okay, I'm checking further. It's not clear. I'm not good enough in terms of code just to be sure. If things are pushed to Shopee based on the product that you create in Odoo, or if it's the opposite, if it's pulled from Shopee. Because here, going back on the product, there must be something here where I see that we create product in Odoo, and the fact that this exists lets me think that we received information from Shopee. And that you have it here. Again, I'm going in circles, I guess. Yeah, it's always the same. If you don't have the product inside Odoo, you are going to generate it. Yes, I think it's maybe just at the sale order. So it's not happening at the like a synchronization between products itself. It's when we receive a sale order, we are going to generate a Shopee product and link it to a product in Odoo. It looks like this, but so it's synchronized, but not if you don't have a sale order. It looks like this. Let me check again if we have some other scheduled action related to Shopee, but I don't think so. Yeah, the inventory, but we saw it already. Transfer. Yeah, it looks like this. I'm sorry if I cannot tell you more, but would be better if you want to investigate more. I think it would be better to have a look at what you have on your Shopee account and create a ticket at Odoo so that we can help you better for that. But we don't have a synchronization that appears every with a trigger inside Odoo. What I can tell you in the code is that we don't have a trigger that is a scheduled action. Here we have every 30 minutes we sync the inventory, or every 60 minutes we sync the orders. And that is a trigger that is time-based, and we don't have a trigger that is product creation-based. So here's what we can infer. Since you don't have on Odoo a trigger at the moment where you create a product to send it to Shopee, for example, and since there's no moment where you have a scheduled action that sends information every now and then to Shopee, it means that synchronization of product needs to happen another moment, and it looks like it's happening when you have those two, where we sync the orders and we contact Shopee and we say, okay, give us the orders that you have. And at that moment, we are going to create products inside Odoo. From what I can see, it looks like this, but not it's not as if we had a call just for the product themselves. We are going to have a call because we have orders or because we have an inventory. It looks like this, so that's maybe why. If maybe the moment where you're asking this question because you are testing it and you say, okay, I have my my Shopee things, but I don't see any products that I created in Shopee going inside Odoo. So that's maybe why you asked this question, but it looks like this when I have a look at the code inside. The best would be, of course, to have login and a platform on your side that you can share so that you can have a look at what's happening. Going to another question, I don't know where it was asked, but I suppose LinkedIn. Can we input duty charge as a landed cost applied line by line at the item level? Since duties are based on the HS code, some items in the purchase order may not be subjected to the duty. That I'm not sure because it's true. Do I have the landed cost here? I guess I would have to install it. Going to the inventory, settings, landed cost. Yes, I'm going to add it. Version 18 database again. I think that's what you're asking. I'm not sure, but if I had to pronounce before checking it, I think we don't have it because I think that we, in terms of landed cost, I'm not sure you have a line per product and you can define the whole, the complete cost of an invoice, a customs invoice, on some items of your transport. So let's have a look at what do we have here, because I don't know the data that I have that I can reuse. If I go in my inventory, the operations in terms of receipts, I have this one. It was about cool. I have that Bluetooth. That's good. That's a good example. On the first one, I have 4 different items with different quantities. Excellent. It's a good match, I think. Vendor bill. Let's create a vendor bill that would make sense. Over there. Vendor bills. And let's say DHL. That's it. And we say it's for today. We are going to add a few transport things. Or do we have fee something? Okay, let's create a new. Or no, you said customs. Duties. Okay. Let's do that. It's a service. We don't create anything on order. It's let's say okay. We don't care so much about the rest. I think. Sales purchase accounting. Okay, we have this. No, it's a service, but we don't want to have it by the hour. Units. Okay. And let's put that price. Okay, let's confirm and let's try to reuse it. Over here we have the vendor bill. I think that's the one. It was 02. Yes. Okay. Now let's see what kind of product should I have here. Is it category related? Service nothing, units, okay. I'm astonished that it didn't take the amount of my invoice into account, but that's okay. Yeah, if you have by quantity, let's reuse that. Okay, I don't care so much about the account. We'll put whatever here. Yeah, okay. And that is something else. I don't have FIFO products on my item here, so I will need to create a first FIFO product. That would make sense. Let's go here, select one of my products that I didn't sell yet. Maybe that mouse, goods, track inventory, good. And we say that we would like to have it FIFO. Okay, let's try this one. Costing method, okay. Let's purchase it. Let's add whatever vendor. Okay, my mouse thing, is it this one? I'm not sure now. No, it's not this one. Is it the second one? Yes, it's the second one because it's category FIFO. That's what I was checking. Okay, let's say we want 5. Confirm the order, receive it. It's number 4. Good. So I can reuse this one on my landed cost. Okay. So, well, very huge cost for the value of my of the thing. In your question, I've been a bit too fast because I would need to use different product would be better. I'm going back to my products, and we had the mouse. This one that is not the FIFO one. Where's the FIFO? Yes, FIFO. All right, I'm going to add another product. Laptop charger FIFO. Because I guess that in your case you have several products that you purchase. So let's go back here. Let's create a new one. Same person. Charger FIFO and FIFO mouse. Yes, okay. 3 and 4, both are FIFO. Let's confirm. Let's receive. Let's validate, okay, and then let's go back to the landed cost and create a new one, additional cost, and we say this, let's put an amount of 100 euro on my, is it the one, number 4? No, it's number 5. And here what you say is the following. If you do by quantity, it's going to take the cost and say, I guess it divides it in 7. Is that correct? No, 100 euro cost split across, yeah, 50-50 here, correct? Yeah, 50 on the first line, 50 on the second line. So you have the additional cost of 50, but that we need to divide by 3 after. Then if you say per quantity, you have 100 that you divide in 7, so that's why you have 3 sevens here and 4 sevens there. If you say by current cost, then that's different. But can you change that? Okay, I'm checking a thing, because on your side, what you're saying is, my issue is that the first line, for example, my charger would have a duty, and the second one wouldn't. And you would need to say the following. I would like to have 0 on the second line and maybe the full amount on the first one. We can try. So can I force this here, but then it doesn't recompute it? Original value. Can I force this one here? Okay, that would work, because you still have the possibility to impact it manually by current cost, by weight, by volume. But I'm going back now to recompute. Okay. Let's try, and at the same time I'm doing this, let's have a look at the current cost or value of my goods. Value, valuation, yeah. So if I have a look at my, so it's mouse, I can look for FIFO products. Yeah, and we group per product. Okay, that's what we have. Would I have liked to see eventually something like the entries that will be generated, but I'm not working with the accounting entries at the moment, like the perpetual inventory. I would see then maybe a bit better in terms of the new entries being generated because of the landed cost, but we will do without. So let's go here and let's negate the costs on the second line and say, no, in fact, you don't have an extra cost, and here you have the total cost. So it would mean that my charger from one to the other, charger here, should take that extra 100 over there and not the wireless mouse. I'm going to check that. Looks like okay, at least here. And over there, yes, okay. We have that extra cost that has been added there and nothing on the other ones. So maybe that's what you need to accomplish on your duties. You compute things, and Odoo is going to, or maybe you could delete the line by the way, but instead of having 0. But when you receive the transfer, you have the additional cost that you are going to split, and maybe you will have different additional costs, but in the valuation, you can change the additional amount on one line. So to say, okay, those duties, they happened on a truck with tens of products that are different, but 2 products don't have an extra cost because there's no electronics, or I don't know what would be the rule in your case, but you could say, okay, those ones I don't want to have an extra cost on it, and I put everything on the 8 other products. The only thing is that, as you can see, it was manual because it's impossible to know which one should be there. If you want to automate it and say, yeah, but it's always the same kind of thing, you have you create a new split method that explains it based on some information on the product, so that Odoo can find always the right, not the same, but the right amount here in the additional line cost. That could be done. I suppose, I'm pretty sure it could be done, but so that's how I would suppose you could do it. Okay, another question here. How can I track employee travel expenses in Odoo when they visit a customer site from Pune to Mumbai, so that the travel distance is automatically calculated instead of being entered manually? You won't have that in a very, very easy way, at least not without development. I'm thinking, because usually when you try to compute that, you need to query Google or any service like this one, because on our side the only way that we have to compute such distances, you will see it's not like I'm not saying that great, but it's approximative, is that when you go on one place here geolatitude and longitude. So if I compute based on an address, I'm going to have an address, and I could have also, if I add here, I have another address. I have an address here. I can compute that, and I can compute something else like Odoo's address. Right. Since you use the latitude and longitude, you can compute the distance, but it will be in distance. Sorry, straight in the air. Like I don't know how do you call it? It's unfair. It's unfair. But I forgot the name of. Yes, the name of vol d'oiseau in French. I don't know what is the exact translation, but you get my point. Like latitude and longitude is going to give you the distance on the Earth, not by road, and so that is what we need here. And so, in order to know that, you need to query Google and giving the address information from between 2 different points. Bird's eye view, apparently, that's the right translation. Maybe I'm thinking about that now. Is it some kind of thing that we could use AI for?
Beeline to this destination.
What is it? A beeline?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, a beeline. Sorry, guys, we are learning English at the same time as we are having the conversation here. Maybe I'm thinking about that. Is it possible for our agents to find this information? I want to give it a try. I'm not good at it because I've never used this that much. But so let's try to say distance computation, and it's going to be so here we would like mileage. All right, and the quantity in kilometers should be found by Odoo. Can we find something here when we give the we will need the 2 addresses. I'm going to do this, but not on version 18. I see I'm on version 18. I'm going on version 18.3 to see if we can make use of the new AI thing. I'm not sure we can, because honestly, first of all, it's a place where it's a thing I didn't use yet enough. Expense, okay. and I wonder if that would work. Travel expense, okay. Mileage, it was mileage, yes. Good per kilometer, blah 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 blah. Okay. Can we find some quick way of... Yeah, I'm going to try a first thing. First, if you select mileage, I guess you need to have the addresses. So we will need to say we are going to use two things. I mean, to one here, to ResPartner. It will be between two different addresses anyway. And we can say address one. Okay, and we are going to add another one. Address 2. ResPartner again. Okay. Oh, I'm just putting the name here, but well, I should have put it here. Address 2. Now it's going to bother me with another extra field, yeah, 2.1. So that is not smart from my side. So we have those two addresses, and I'm going to say between, yeah, and I will recreate Odoo. Okay, and those two. Okay, here, I can say what it is. I think that is the address, if I remember well. And this one, yes, very good. There we have it. Good. All right, so we try this, and can we somewhere use a bit of ChatGPT thing here? Very, very naively, I don't think it's going to work, but let's try. I guess that this it won't be able to understand what do we have here. Yeah, okay, that we cannot. That's unfortunate. Is it really impossible for ChatGPT to compute that, or to some other AI agents? Let me try another thing. Test expenses. All right, on creation, or yeah, on creation or edition. Let's try to see if I can update the record. And can we update basic computation with AI? Select a field, it will be is it the amount or the quantity? Yeah. Let's try something. Can we field selector? So address 1, zip, yeah. So let's try to see if it will succeed in doing that. I'm going to make this easier. I'm doing this here just to simplify it. Otherwise, I would make it more complex. But let's try. Or I should maybe put that in another field, just so that it's not like this, but let's try. So you see it's loading because I made this on on create and edit. And I just changed the name, so it's an edition like any other. And there, I see it's struggling. It's still loading, but I wonder if it will be able to find the information. And I made it a bit easier by saying it would be in Belgium. The issue I have with that test is that until it's finished, I don't know what's happening. So maybe I should put it in the notes instead, so that I would see the output that is given, and if the output is wrong, I will know. So I'm going to copy paste. Yeah, take the. Okay, I don't like the format that it is giving here. Let me refresh. Yeah, that is not great. The fact that it moved it. Yeah. Let's try on the note, but I guess that if I go on the internal note field, no, it's okay. It keeps the same prompt. Let's retry that. Yeah, and here it didn't give me anything, so let's retry with another value here. Ah, good. That seems to work. But I know those two addresses, and I know it's not 50 kilometers. It's more like around 10, 15, something like this. But here we have one zip code, and on the other side we don't have it. So maybe that's my error. Yes, okay. That's fun. What's it? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. That's maybe why it struggled. Let's retry it. No, it's saying 70, which is even worse. It's going to give me a different number every time. Okay, so it's incorrect. But so here, the good thing is that you could have it there, computed, and you still need to select the quantity over here. It's not great, but at least you could make that read-only, so people cannot change it. And if there's a discrepancy between this and that would tell you what. But I would love to have it correctly. And I will create another action. I will reuse the same prompt, almost, and we will try to do both. Update the record with AI. Same place, but same place. This time in the quantity. Yeah. I will have to redo it. I need only a number, not text. Sorry, I'm not reading at the same time. So I'm just checking if my prompt can be better, saying I need a number, not text, and that number should be the distance between two zip codes located in Belgium that are. And you said I'm allowing myself to say that it should be located in Belgium because you said in India. So and you gave me two cities. So I guess that if people travel, it will be anyway in India because otherwise it will be too far away. So address one zip code. Yeah, zip. Yeah, all right. Ah, what? Got duplicated key. Ah, okay. So it doesn't accept that we have duplicated values for both quantity and this one. Let me check. I don't know if that's the reason why, but if it is, that's something that could be improved. Okay, let's again retry field selector address one zip. Yeah. And field selector address to zip. Okay, seems to be correct. let's retry this one. So it will be longer because the generating the text was fast. I guess that the thing that takes so much time here is the fact that it cannot put the number here in the quantity. There's something like this. So I like the challenge that you gave me to that question because I never tried it. And I think that the thing with the text is a good approximation of what could be done, but the fact that it cannot be put inside the quantity, it's a bit sad. But anyway, the AI that we have behind is not giving the proper distance, so it could be also discussed. But if you want something that is maybe a real better distance, you will need to use other services. Like what do we have? Checking here if we don't have there's a open map or something like this. I don't know if we can use open map directly here. Open map, no, it's map service, map routes, yeah, Mapbox, okay. And so you could use Mapbox, and I'm pretty sure that Mapbox distance between 2 points. Yeah, you would have a possibility to get that information. And here you even a bit of JavaScript to get there, but I guess you could have the same API in something different than JavaScript. But that's a good point. This one, I think it's a good one for Emanuele. You know, we have technical sessions. It would be nice for him to have this. That is, how can I say that? A small addition on the JavaScript that you could use on the expense thing. Here I'm saying it mentions JavaScript, so I don't know if it's, I'm pretty sure that they have some equivalent in Python. That would be nice. Yeah, GLGS. So wouldn't be surprised that they give you some other things. Yeah, in fact, you can create your own call to some other endpoints, so you could do that in Python. Of course, that I wouldn't be able to illustrate now, and I would have been, yeah. Okay. Here it's finished. It gave 75 kilometers and 83 kilometers here. So that's a bit sad because the numbers are not the same between the first call and the second call, and the numbers, as I can tell you, are already wrong. But it's let's say a huge approximation. You can test the following on your side and let me know if it is working. I see we have a few other questions. I'll see how we can answer that, or I will keep them for next week and start with it next week. It was a good addition with some AI here. So thanks a lot for your questions and for being with us today. Let's see each other next week. There's another one fast. Okay, to make a custom app on Odoo, which method is more preferred, via coding and pushing the code or to GitHub, or using developer mode in the setting? If you want to make a custom app, wait a second, I'm pushing the code on GitHub or using developer mode in the setting. It depends, but most of the time, if you want to reuse or if you want to make something professional, I would say code it, push the code through the GitHub, and follow the documentation that we have here. I'm always getting back to this, but the developer tutorial on server framework, that's the one. Yeah?
Also, do you have an updated implementation methodology, like 2025 version?
No, I know that we are using the one from 2023, end of 2023 or something like this.
We have a link for 2024, so it's the
last one. Yeah. Somebody asked me the question, and yes, it must be 2024 because it already has a new look, like for the slide, but we didn't change.
The useful documents in the second sheet, in the replay document that we shared together.
I'm not sure what you mean.
We have two sheets.
Yeah.
One with the links.
Okay. On the
and you have useful links on the second.
Yes, here. That's what you mean over there.
Yeah, on this document.
Okay. And useful links here. Okay.
And
Okay.
So
Good.
this is the latest one.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, I think so, because it has already the
new graphics.
the new branding thing that we have here. So I think it's the last one. You know, I never paid attention to the useful links, but I need to to add a
Fine,
few
but
more.
it's for you as well, so you can.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's a good one.
Alright.
I'll add more things there because I think that we have a few like the links that Emmanuel is sharing during the next session, like the link to his repo, the repo of the other guy that he was following. So there are a few other things that we can show there definitely.
Yeah, it's there for you.
Yeah,
For
forgot it or didn't know that it was existing. Coming back on this, you can complete here. It will show you how to do it properly with GitHub and how to. I'm not sure about that, but it will show you how to do it properly in terms of coding. I'm not sure the GitHub part is there, but if you want to reuse or if you want to do something that is more than a few hours of work, do it properly inside a module. That's the best way to do, and you will learn a ton. Developer setting, like I'm doing right now, I like to do it there because it's giving you an idea of how it could be performed. And not lots of things, everything that I'm doing here can be done in a module. The opposite is not true. So usually modules will be more powerful because you have more possibilities. What I'm doing here is fast to give you an idea of how you could do it, even if you were to develop it as a module. And I want to do it fast also because when you do it like this, you can do it on the SaaS. While module, you need to have Odoo SH, which is a bit more expensive. So it really depends on the need. I cannot say that there's only one answer for this. It really depends on the need. Quick and dirty, but not dirty in a bad way. Let's say quick and quick. Quick and nice would be on the SaaS, like I'm doing here. Internal rule that we have always is if it takes more than 10 hours of work, of expected work, we do it in a module. That is what we take internally as a when we do it on a module and when we go on the SaaS in developer mode. All right, guys. Second goodbye. Thanks a lot for watching the show. See you next week, and I will see if we have a few questions that we can start with next week. Yeah. Again, thanks a lot. Bye bye.